All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into the absolutely massive architectural boom happening right now in India. It's literally transforming the landscape. We're going to track this incredible evolution together, starting from the super granular details of intimate luxury spaces, zooming out to the smart tech that powers them, looking at the massive industry networks making it all happen, and finally exploring how all this brilliant work is blasted out to the world. It's a complete, hyper-fast ecosystem, so let's get into it. Now, at the absolute core of all this rapid growth is a very human creative vision. We design spaces that tell stories. I love that. That philosophy comes from the Bengaluru-based Dahlia Interior Studio, and it perfectly sets the warm, premium vibe for what we're talking about today. Because, before you can wire up a smart home or network at some giant expo, you've got to nail that foundational narrative. It's the story that actually dictates the form, the function, and basically the whole feeling of a built environment. So here's our game plan for this explainer. 1. Spaces that tell stories. 2. Illuminating the smart home. 3. The ultimate industry hub. And 4. Digitizing design media. From a spark of a vision to global digital reach. Starting right off with part 1, Spaces that tell stories. The creative vision of interior design. Firms like Dahlia aren't just sticking to one lane. They are bringing this highly tactile luxury to a huge variety of environments. We're talking everything from buzzing cafes and resto bars to the crazy high-traffic demands of airport hospitality, all the way to sprawling, super serene spa and wellness resorts. The big takeaway here? It's all about the convergence of disciplines. Modern designers are basically acting like conductors, blending intense operational efficiency with flawless aesthetics. I mean, think about it. The operational flow of a hectic airport lounge is completely different from a Zen wellness retreat, right? But the goal is exactly the same, crafting an immersive, seamless experience that doesn't crack under pressure. All right, moving on to part 2, illuminating the smart home, the technology of ambiance. Look, we all know the mood of literally any space is dictated by its lighting, period. But modern smart lighting has evolved way past just screwing in a simple bulb. We're talking deep energy efficiency, remote control, and totally customizable ambiance using just your standard Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. And the absolute kicker here, doing it without needing a dedicated hub. That is huge. By ditching that clunky proprietary hardware and those expensive middleman systems, brands like Oziote are letting you use the network you already have. You're literally sculpting your environment with light, and you're completely untethered from old-school hardwired limits. And getting this setup is ridiculously frictionless now. It's just 3 steps. You choose your product, you connect it straight to your existing Wi-Fi, and you link it to Alexa or Google or whatever voice assistant you prefer. Boom, done. It's a plug-and-play architecture that completely democratizes that high-end, luxury hospitality feel. It takes what used to be a really complex, super expensive automation job and turns it into an accessible upgrade you can knock out in an afternoon. The contrast between the past and the present is night and day. Traditional lighting? It's static, it eats up energy, and you're stuck walking over to a wall switch. But smart LEDs are dynamic. Stuff like the modern 12-watt trimless COB lights or those advanced strip controllers give you tunable white light. So you can go from a super moody, warm 2000 Kelvin all the way up to a crisp, clinical 6500 Kelvin. Energy efficient, voice-controlled, app-controlled, you name it. You aren't just lighting up a room anymore. You're actually programming its atmosphere to match your exact mood, the time of day, or the specific task you're working on. Which brings us to part 3, the ultimate industry hub, scaling at AC Tech Expo 2026. Okay, I want you to really think about this number, 864,914. That is nearly 1 million people. That staggering number is the total visitor count for the AC Tech exhibition. It's wild, right? It just perfectly illustrates the sheer, massive scale of the Indian design and architecture market right now. This expo is the ultimate collision point. You've got boutique design studios, heavy material manufacturers, smart tech innovators, and major real estate developers all converging in one place. They're all bringing their absolute A game to hundreds of thousands of industry professionals. It is literally the physical manifestation of how fast this ecosystem is exploding. And this isn't just happening in one room. It's a massive, multi-city tour. We're talking over 4,000 exhibitors and 5,500 brands hitting India's major design hubs. It kicks off in Bengaluru in October 2026, rolls into the financial powerhouse of Mumbai in November, hits the political center of New Delhi in December, and finally wraps up in the tech hub of Hyderabad in early 2027. It's basically a nationwide stadium tour, but for architectural brilliance. This ensures developers everywhere across the subcontinent have direct, face-to-face access to all these global innovations. What's crazy is that AZ Tech spans 22 distinct product segments. It's an entirely holistic view of the built environment. You've got the foundational stuff like bath and sanitation, paints and wall coverings, but then you've also got high-tech integrations like home automation and international kitchen tech. Oh, and of course, the decorative and smart lighting we were just geeking out about. Honestly, whether you're building a single-family home or conceptualizing a massive mega resort, this expo brings every single piece of the modern construction puzzle together under one roof. And finally, Part 4, Digitizing Design Media, Publishing the Work Globally. So, you've built this stunning space, or maybe you've launched a killer new smart tech. What's next? You need a global audience, right? This is where all that physical, tactile work gets meticulously digitized. Forward-thinking publishers like Mondiali Media are using platforms like Issuu to take standard, flat files and turn them into highly dynamic content that works seamlessly across every digital channel. The entire game plan here is to create once and distribute everywhere. Because let's be real, in a high-ticket B2B market, sending around a static file just doesn't cut it. You can't track engagement, and it definitely doesn't capture the actual richness of the work. Instead of those flat PDFs, we're talking about completely transforming them into totally interactive digital portfolios, sleek online yearbooks, fully searchable catalogs, and those super engaging interactive flipbooks. This solves a massive business headache: distribution and tracking. It neatly closes the loop on this whole ecosystem. A breathtaking interior design portfolio or a massive catalog covering all 22 segments of the AC Tech Expo can now land on the desk of an architect, a developer, or a homeowner anywhere on the planet, instantly. Zero friction and a completely premium user experience. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Now that you've seen the scale of this, from the granular luxury design to the smart tech, all the way up to the massive industry networks and digital distribution, how are you going to use it? When you literally have all these tools and global design philosophies right at your fingertips, how will you integrate this ecosystem into your own world? Seriously, think about it. What story will your next space tell?